Alright, so we're here to answer the question in the title, which is, why is Ethereum valuable? What makes people willing to exchange X amount of dollars for one ETH? Yesterday it was $4,000, today it's around $1,900. Tomorrow it'll change again. But no matter if you're in a bull market or a bear market, people are still willing to trade their hard-earned currency for some Ethereum. Why is that? Now let's get the obvious parts out of the way. Speculation. Now I think this is the least interesting part, so we're just gonna quickly get it out of the way. But a major part of why people are willing to buy Ethereum is the hope they can sell it later for more. For a major part of Ethereum buyers, that's the only reason. Price movements have been the most impressive we've ever seen. They grab headlines left and right. Line goes up, so does my net worth. So I'll trade you some government coins for some funky internet coins for now, in the hopes of getting back some government coins later, hopefully more. But here's the thing. Most of the time, speculation on future growth only works for longer periods if the product being speculated on is actually intrinsically valuable. The product must have some value that would make people want to buy it, even when the idea of making money on it is no longer captivating. So does Ethereum have any intrinsic quality that would make people buy it for use cases independent of future price movement? Well, looking around the internet, the consensus seems to be revolving around these 3 points. Firstly, it's programmable money, which will revolutionize things like decentralized apps, decentralized finance, and the whole creator economy with the 3 letters that shall not be named. Plus, unlike other cryptocurrencies, Solana, the projects are not complete ghost towns after investment rounds have been completed. Secondly, it's an infrastructure layer. A lot of other cryptocurrency projects are actually based on Ethereum's network, which means they pay their gas fees in ETH, increasing the demand for the coin. And thirdly, it provides the technology for a consensus or trust algorithm. You no longer need to fund a huge central bank to make sure that your financial statements are right. All you need to do is ask a pool of virtual miners to validate your transactions. And if you have watched a single video about Ethereum that is not just hype gambling with a side of ADHD medication, then you probably already know about this. Crypto will change the world, it will revolutionize internet payments, it will establish a revolutionary trust technology, it will inject a new life into the creator economy, blah blah blah, we've heard it all before. But it still doesn't make sense to me as to why the coin itself will be valuable. If Ethereum is just the infrastructure, why would it be valuable? Take for example stuff like Cisco IT switches, Dell or HPE servers. Without those, the internet today wouldn't exist as we know it. Yet, we're in 2022, the internet is as strong as it has ever been, and Cisco still hasn't recovered from its dot-com bubble prices. And even isolating from that, it's been an average blue chip stock at best. It's trading right now at around 15 times earnings, Dell is trading at about 7 times earnings, and HPE at about 5.5. So why would Ethereum be any different? Well, it once again comes back to the law of supply and demand and how the Ethereum team plans to make it work in its favor. I would say there are about 3 reasons why Ethereum would be valuable in the future. First of all, it's a growing network. The Ethereum network is still growing. The whole cryptosphere is still a very young one. So there's the potential for a huge network effect once dealing with crypto becomes normalized. This added pool of users and institutions buying up Ethereum will obviously translate into more demand and thus a higher coin price. Secondly, this inflationary supply. Even though more Ethereum is being dumped to the market each year, we have things like more Ethereum being staked than supply created because of Ethereum 2.0 and moving to proof of stake, Ethereum being locked as collateral for loan insurance, locked as currency for playing to earn games, locked in coin exchanges, in interest contracts, and many other Ethereum applications. And also we have transactions that not only grow the need for Ethereum and inflate the price by demanding gas fees, but also following some recent changes, a small amount of the fee is burned forever, making the coin more valuable because it's at the same time increasing demand and decreasing supply. All of these effects will eventually translate into a big part of the Ethereum supply being burned or locked away. But another important point is this. Ethereum will have value because it will dominate this new and massively growing decentralized economy, which will make people feel like it has value, which will make it have value. Yup, snake bites its tail. But if you are finding that reasoning hard to believe, then ask yourself this. Why is gold valuable? Why is the US dollar, which is by the way just a collection of pieces of paper backed by nothing but the pinky promise of a government, valuable? Why is it valuable? But I digress. To come back to the first 2 points, the whole theory about Ethereum becoming more valuable is centered around its projected growth into the financial systems and its disinflationary supply. 2 points that are kind of shaky because first of all, when it comes to the network effect, the world might just end up using some other technology even if it's inferior because the world governments and centralized banks could just decide that it suited them better and ban all other forms of DeFi. Secondly, when it comes to the decreasing supply, Parameters like ETH creation caps and how much is burned in transactions are entirely in the hands of the developers. If they lose it tomorrow and decide because of a conflict of interest to ruin the supply and water down the currency, nobody can stop them. And even if these two doom scenarios don't happen, I have yet to find a simple explanation with some kind of formula going into detail about how much Ethereum will be locked into the future, limited supply, and how much demand is expected to be created, and what kind of market cap can we actually justify for Ethereum in the future. My whole point through this video was to see if there was some kind of simple reasoning behind Ethereum's expected value. For example, even though they're not as popular as of late because no innovation fund is going to be popular in the bear market, I love Arkinvest Bitcoin price target model. It's simple, it's easy to understand. Some would say it's even simplistic, but most of the time that's really all you need as a foundation. And anything more complicated than that is, well, just educated make-believe. At the end of the day, this is what being an early stage investor feels like. There are no safe bets, you have to think for your own, and you have to take your risks and only put money you won't miss losing.